All right. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show with Jim Hacking and Daniel Axelbaum. Daniel, how are you?
I'm great, Jim. How you doing?
Good. You'll be happy to know that Maho is working on a new intro for us. So there's going to be like that little countdown like we had before, but also with our logo on there. So that's
Can I
sort of
pick the
exciting.
music?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can talk to her about the music.
I'll
Let me
talk to her. Okay.
let me post the link. What are you going to pick? Some ska?
Either some Nelly or Pitbull. That's what I'm into lately.
Oh,
So we'll see.
nice. Well, we probably have to get the licensing rights for
Yeah,
that.
that shouldn't be a problem. I'm sure
Yeah.
Pitbull will be cool.
And well, Nellie's in town, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. How you been? How was your break?
Oh, amazing, amazing. Up in Michigan, skiing, so that was awesome. You
Did you see
sent
your
some nice
sisters?
videos. You like to make videos from the beach, Jim, with the waves in the background, make everyone jealous.
I do. It's how I dunk on people. Um,
Any
did you get?
resolutions this year, Jim?
No, I'm not big on resolutions. I don't.
Yeah, me either.
My friend sent a picture from the gym today, which is what January 4th, and he said it was empty. So that sort of made me laugh. Did you get to see your sisters and your family?
No, no, I did not, unfortunately, but just yeah, a lot of celebrating with friends and stuff, so that was good.
Are you a good
Yeah.
skier?
Cross country, pretty good. Yeah.
Oh,
I fell quite a few times the first couple of days though, which is not fun.
remind me to send you a picture. My friend, I think you might remember, I went up to Minnesota to see my friend this year. He lives right on Lake Minnetonka, and he just shaved his ice, so he made an ice rink on the lake.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you ready to get started with our show?
All right, absolutely. We got some great people in the waiting room, I'm sure. All right. Gil, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hi,
Hello,
Gil.
I'm doing. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, happy New Year to you guys.
Thank you.
same to you.
Okay, I'm calling you guys from Senegal in Africa, right? And I have this question. Uh, in 2003, I was given an F1 visa to come to the US to study accounting. That was in 2003. So I got to the US, and I made a series of bad decisions. One of them is having a child. So I had a child a year later with a woman that was 10 years my senior. So I didn't know what I was doing. I was just happy to be out of the house, coming from a pressured household. So I was just happy to just be out there, just exploring. Right. So I had a child, and then that woman was very controlling. So, and I wasn't very aware. I don't think I was much aware or educated on immigration law at the time. So I knew I could get in trouble for falling out of status, but I didn't know. I don't think I knew how much trouble I could get into. So she pressured me to use my tuition money to pay the bills because she couldn't work for 4 months. She took a maternity leave, so I had to foot the bill. So yeah, so for a semester, I used my tuition money to pay the bills, and so I fell out of status on my F1 visa. Now, in the meantime, when we had the baby, we had an altercation. I need to mention that it was a domestic violence. It was nothing big, and again, I wasn't educated on how crime works in America, so. The lawyer told me to plead no contest and I won't have to go to court and I won't do no jail time. It's just going to be 6 month probation. So I took that. So while in my probation, at my probation officer one day, I was picked up by ICE,
Mhm.
and they start asking questions when you came in. So they realized that, okay, the current semester I wasn't in school. And so they put me in removal procedure and then deported me. So that was in 2005. So in 2005, at the time, my daughter was a year old, and yeah. So, but I started over. I went to the UK. I got my bachelor. I got my master in accounting. I've been working for over 10 years. But now, okay, I've been admitted for an MBA program in the US. the program is starting in May 31st. And so I have my I-20 already. I have my interview scheduled for February 18th. I'm just scared that they are going to refuse me the visa without even giving my case any merit, just because of my past experience, because of my background. So I was doing all kind of research to trying to find out what are the odds of you being accepted back in the United States after having been deported.
I think the odds are low. I think the odds are low for a couple of reasons. One, the falling out of status. Two, the removal order. Three, the domestic violence charge. And fourth, you're now the father of a U.S. citizen who's almost close to being old enough to sponsor you for a green card. Right. So when she turns 21, she's going to be able to sponsor you. So what do I think the chances of you getting this visa to the United States are? I'd say somewhere between 10 and 20%.
Wow. So the fact that I have a daughter and that I haven't seen her for 16 years is not going to play my
Yeah,
favor.
I think that part actually hurts you, like I said, because they're going to be
Oh my
looking at it
God.
from the green card point of view, which is that you could get a green card through her, and you might just be trying to jump the line. But you might get lucky; they might take mercy on you. But I think generally they're going to be inclined to want to deny this.
Okay. All right, that was my question. I'll
Hey,
let you
Diego.
know. I'll let you know the outcome on
For
February
sure.
18th.
Thanks. Good luck, bud. Thanks for sharing
Thank
your
you.
story.
Thank you very much.
All
That was
right.
tough.
Tough one to start on there, Jim.
Yep.
All right, Janelle, welcome to the show. It looks like you got a busy day running around back there.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry.
Hi, Janelle.
Hello. How are you, Jim and Daniel?
Good. We're good. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
that sounds
great,
good.
thanks.
So yeah, as you remember, I asked you questions on one of your live way back then.
I don't remember what happened yesterday.
Sorry. So I just want to ask some few questions actually. So since my husband passed away, right? Can I use that one to expedite my case given the fact that I need to work to, sustain or, I need to work to keep up with the bills and everything? Can I use that reason?
What kind of a case do you have?
I'm under K1 visa. I'm on adjustment of status.
So you filed the adjustment before he died?
Yeah.
And did we talk about whether or not you have to do an I-360 or not? Because I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah. No yet. But I asked someone else about that one and they said that the only thing that you have to do is just wait and then they will be the one to convert the file or the form itself.
I don't
Just
know if
attend the interview.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that's true or not. I'd have to research it. I don't know. I've never done
Yeah.
that before. I've never had the petitioner in a K1 adjustment pass away, so I don't know the answer to that question.
But can I use a reason to expedite my case or
I suppose, sure. I mean, did you get a
okay.
work card?
Sorry, no, not yet. I'm still waiting for it. I did my biometrics last November 29th, right? But I don't
Yeah.
hear anything. I don't have any update yet until now.
It can't hurt.
So, and just to clarify, how many days can I confirm or get back to them? What's going on? Is it fine like 2 months or like 60 days? Can I contact them and then say, hey, what's going on with my case?
You can call them whenever you want. I mean, the calling them is sort of worthless all around.
Okay.
Now
Then that's
here's the thing. You're just planning on waiting until you get to the interview, right? For them to tell you whether or not this is right. So is that your plan?
actually I'm planning to call them to
Yeah,
inform what's
but
going on.
you're not going to, unless you have a lawyer research whether or not you need to file a new form, and you're just going to rely on them converting it at the time.
Yeah.
You could end up waiting 2 years for this case to get processed, and then show up and they're like, no, you don't have the right form on file. You got to start all over. So I don't know why you would wait so long to figure out what your rights are, and I don't know why you'd rely on them to tell you what your rights are. That just seems dumb to me.
Okay. Then I'll probably just try to contact them then.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's it.
Thanks,
Thank
Janelle.
you.
All right.
He wasn't really listening. You didn't get what I was trying to say.
Some people just want to talk to you, Jim, you know?
Well, some people just no. Some people. It's an important point. Some people rely on immigration. Like people, you'd be surprised how many people just file things and sort of hope that USCIS will help them sort it out on the back end, which is really dumb. I don't get that. That's like going to the doctor but not telling them about your case and just hoping they figure it out on their own. It doesn't make sense.
All right. Well, Prabjot, how can we help you? Welcome.
Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Great.
Hi,
Hi,
Prabhat.
Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for taking my call. Jim, I have a question. I filed my parents' petition in 2019. So 2 days ago, I got a RFE request. They requested for their marriage certificate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, they requested their marriage certificate. So when I filed the petition, I submitted the affidavits from both my parents and mom, my mother and father. And now they said that's not sufficient. They need marriage certificate. So the thing is that the marriage in India, people used to don't register their marriage. They get registered their marriage in 2019 with the date when they get married. So I want to know if I send that marriage certificate, is there will be any issue? They can say like they just registered 2 years ago, or is
Have you
it will be
have
fine?
you have you looked at the visa reciprocity table?
Yes.
What does it say? I'm looking at it now.
What is it?
What does it say about marriage certificates from India? They usually set forth what they want.
They just said they want their marriage certificate. That's it.
No, I know that. I'm asking whether you've researched and looked at this thing called the visa reciprocity table. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know that.
Okay. So I'm trying to pull it up here, but it's acting really slow. Their website sucks. But anyway, the State Department has gone through country by country and determined what's available from each place, right?
Okay.
So like they can tell you they can tell you what a divorce decree from South Africa looks like. They can tell you what a marriage license from Israel looks like. They can tell you what a death certificate from Brazil looks like. And so you got to go on there and see what it says about India. Okay, it's super slow. I don't know why. Let me see. Marriage. All right, let me pull this up real quick so you can see it, and I'll show you.
Okay.
But for everybody, the government has spent all this money and time trying to figure out what's available in each country, document-wise, right? So you always gotta look at that. I should do another video on this, the visa reciprocity table. You always gotta check beforehand to see what's available. So here's what they say about the marriage certificates. Prior to 2006, marriages by Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, or Sikhs were not required to be registered, but may have been voluntarily registered under the Hindu Marriage Act of 1955. As of 2006, it is mandatory to register all marriages. In India, a marriage can either be registered under the Hindu Marriage Act of 55 or the Special Marriage Act of 54. For marriages registered at government offices under the Special Marriage Act, the certificate will be issued by the registrar only if the bride and groom personally appear before the official and pay the required fee. Okay, so how did they get married? Do you know?
Yeah, they would get married at usually the Sikh religion. I'm not aware of that now.
Well, obviously they were married before 2006. So
yes.
You need to do a little digging and figure out, did you get a marriage license? What act did they get married under? And you know, if they don't have this,
okay.
If they don't have it, then you need to cite to the reciprocity table and explain to them what the reciprocity table says and what you're able to get.
Okay. What is that? Can you share the information in the comments so I can look at that?
Yeah, I'll type in the name of the form. Well, actually, hold on. I can put the link in there for you. But basically, it's the visa reciprocity table, and here's the link.
Okay, Jim, I will see that.
All right, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye, Prabhat.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Jim, we got a real nice comment I just want to pull up real quick. Appreciate the work here.
Oh,
May
great.
God reward you all. See, Jim, you get so many blessings. You're like just blessed
I do.
beyond belief.
I'm blessed. I am blessed. That's for sure.
All right. Next, we got Noemi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Noemi.
Hi.
How
Can you
we
hear
help
me
you?
well?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, Happy New Year to you all, and thank you so much for all the work you do. It's very helpful.
Thank
I
you.
have a question, and this is because of my mother. Well, I'm here for other reasons, but my most important thing right now is my mom, because my grandfather, he was a U.S. citizen, but he claimed my mom, um, to come here. We are from Ecuador when he was still a green card holder. Now, this was in 2000. My mom was in like a very bad situation at that time, and he didn't have like a specific address. So he put the address of someone else that apparently wasn't giving her the paperwork. Her case was accepted. However, and the paperwork was sent to NBC. However, we just found out that she never like went to NBC and they terminated the case. My grandfather by now is dead, like he passed away, and he got his citizenship the same month that he passed away. Now it's some years from now. Is there anything that we can do at this point?
So you're asking me, so mom's in the United States?
No, she's
Mom's
next.
outside the United States. Dad
Mhm.
filed an immigrant visa petition for mom. Dad
It's his dad. It's her dad.
for her
So it's
for
my
his daughter,
grandfather.
for your mom.
Yes.
Your grandfather filed for your mother,
Yes.
and the case got approved. The I-130 got approved, and then it got sent to the National Visa Center, and then it sort of died because you guys didn't follow up.
Yes.
Not your fault. Yeah, that case is pretty much over, I think. Yeah, it's pretty much over.
So can we not reactivate it or do something?
No.
Okay.
What do you have any immigration status?
Well, right now I'm a student visa. I'm filing for
The OPT.
I got married, so my I-130, it's there waiting.
Yeah, okay. So then when you get married, when you get your green card, if you get your citizenship, then you can apply for mom. That's really going to be the best bet. You're not going to be able to revive that old case from 20 years ago.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Thank
right.
you.
Okay,
Thank
good luck,
you, Noemi.
Noemi. Sorry it wasn't better news.
I mean, yeah, I hope it's just sometimes my mom did not know anything, and yeah, but it's gonna be okay.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
That sucks.
All right. Yeah. Well, next up, Miguel. How are you doing, Miguel? Well, not hearing you too well, Miguel.
Whoa.
Well, Miguel, if you can, try to fix your audio. Sorry about that, but having trouble hearing you. Spencer, welcome to the show.
Hey Daniel, hey Hawkins, how are you guys?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Great.
I'm good, sir. How about yourself? Good. So I have a couple of questions about my immigration status because basically I came in this country in 2014 April based on my F1 visa. And then I pursue my bachelor's in computer science and master in computer science. Throughout, I continuously study. Now, basically, it's been more than 8 years. I never go back to my country because, studies and all that stuff. So I don't have any chance. My visas expire in 2019 April. So basically, right now I'm on my OPT, but and I'm still working right now. But is there in the future, if I'm going to face any problem with my H1 related, or if my employer going to file my H1, or if I'm going to marry with any citizen of United States?
I mean, because you've been here so long, is that going to cause you any trouble?
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Because I never traveled even 1 week or not even 1 day. It's been totally more than 8 years.
Well, but you've always maintained your status, right?
Yes, yeah. Throughout, I have right now I'm on my OPT, stamp OPT. Last year I applied my H1, but my H1 never got picked up. So basically, my employer going to apply in this year. But if I'm not too sure if it is going to pick up or not. If it's not, then I have to still enroll to maintain my status. So I still have to enroll my, another program or probably another master. Probably I'm going to enroll in Master of Business Administration, MBA, doing a first day CPT. But I'm just wondering, and my father passed away in 2018. And I don't want to take any risks because I don't travel at all. So, I'm just concerned about it. Let's say I got my H1 pickup next year and I want to, go for stamping in 2023. But they, just give me the reason that you haven't traveled been so long. So I'm just, if I'm going to face any issue in future.
So first of all, I'm sorry about your dad, and and I'm a little worried about first day CPT. Check out my videos on first day CPT. That worries me. So be careful with first day CPT. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, but as far as if as long as you have your H-1B when you go to get your stamp, H-1B is a dual intent visa, so it's okay if you have immigrant intent. The problem with you being here for so long, for 8 years, is if you're on an F1. So if you go and get a stamp for a new F1, I think you might have a problem with the immigrant intent. But if you're on the H-1B, I think you'll be okay.
Okay, no problem. So that's the question I have. Let's say if I'm going to try, file in green card in the future or, U.S. citizenship, I'm not going to face any problem, right? Because I maintain my status throughout long.
Yeah, no, for the F1, they might give you trouble, but for the H-1B, I don't think so.
Okay. So that's all I have. And so I haven't filed my tax while I was a student, but yes, I filed my tax while I'm working. So, I'm filing my tax while I'm working. I'm doing the stocks and trading and all that stuff, but I never filed my stat as a student. So is that mandatory or, or
You didn't file for what?
Taxes?
No, you don't have to file taxes as
No, not right now while I was in student.
Yeah, when you're in F1, you don't have to file taxes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on your OPT you do when you're making
Yeah,
money,
so OPT, I'm filing right now. Yeah, I'm filing right now. So, basically all these people like from NYU and Harvard, the international student filing taxes based on 1044 EZR form. And just that make me concerned, like I'm not going to have any issue with that, right? Because I never studied in Harvard and just local universities, but, still international student, that's why I'm concerned.
I think you're okay.
Okay, sir. So that's all I have. And thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Jim, I just noticed this banner we got on the bottom letting you know the next,
how do you like
next
that?
show. It's awesome. I feel like we're on ESPN and we got all the scores down below.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. All right. John's in the house. What's up, John? Welcome.
Yeah, hello. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for picking my call. I've been following you for a very long time, and I'm so happy that I could connect to you. I'm so much happy. Thank you for the good work. I've been watching your videos for a long time, and I've been thinking of how I can even connect to you.
Well, that's great. We're glad you're here, John. What can we help you
luckily
with?
for me, I just saw the link right now, and I said, "Oh wow, this is a great opportunity to connect." Yes, I got 3 questions that is bothering my mind. The first one is regarding the public charge. How does using a public defender, to defend one in a traffic case, would that be regarded as, a public charge? I mean, would that affect public charge?
Now that is a question that no one has ever asked me. I really like that question. So the question is, it's so great because there's a phrase, John, you probably don't know it, in the newspapers they call it bearing the lead. So the question is, like, you're focused on one thing over here, is this going to be public charge? But I'm over here thinking, well, why'd you need a public defender? Because that could be much more of a problem than the fact that it was a public charge. So usually you don't get a public defender for a traffic matter. So I'm just wondering what kind of case you're talking about.
Yes, it's just a traffic case. It's a traffic violation.
A traffic case could be I got caught speeding, or a traffic case could be I ran somebody over when I was drunk and they're dead. So, it depends on the severity of it. But people talk about traffic cases. That's another video for me. What's a traffic case? But usually you only get a public defender for felonies, right? And maybe some serious misdemeanors. I'm not a criminal defense lawyer, so I would make sure that whatever crime you're talking about, that's not going to make you deportable. So let's just put that to the side. As far as whether or not getting a public defender would lead to a finding of a public charge, I don't think it would. I've never heard of that, so I think you'd be okay. They don't ask if you've ever had a public defender. They don't ask how you paid for your lawyer on your traffic matter. So I just don't know.
Okay, then thank you very much. The second question is regarding the tax matters. I recently closed my account, and my bank is talking about me filling a particular form, that the account will be subject to to backup withholding and for interest. So, all the funds that I've been paying to my account, I do not own the fund, so I don't know why they are asking me to fill a particular form. I just closed an account, so
What
I'm
did
being
they
worried.
ask? I don't understand what the bank asked. I don't understand.
Oh yes, there's a particular form called from W7 from 8B, and it's a W8BEN.
That's over my head. You got to talk to an accountant about that. I'm just a dumb immigration lawyer.
Okay. Then the last question I want to ask is, yes, how does because there was somebody I got married to, some time ago, and I later on discovered that the person is already married. The person is a bigamist. The person is a bigamist. I discovered that, so and I filed for a petition to get the marriage, annulled.
Mm-hmm.
So and eventually I got the annulment, So the person is now lying to the court that me, I'm aware that she was already married. She was lying that me, I'm already aware that she's already married, and that me, I only married her for benefit. She was making this lie consecutively. So, but eventually I got my annulment, and I got married to another person. So I'm beginning to wonder, how would that affect my immigration case?
It's not good. That's the kind of thing immigration loves to play around with. Like, they're going to go make her the star witness. They're going to go try to track her down. So you need to document everything. Like, if you're sure that she was married before, you need to prove that up, and you need to prove that you filed for divorce because you found out about it. So
no, not divorce. I filed for annulment.
Annulment, same thing. Yeah. What I'm saying
I
is,
never filed any paperwork with her.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. On this new case, you're going to have to list prior marriages, right? So you're going to have to be able to explain it. And once you explain it, they might go look for her. So you need to figure out a good strategy to explain what happened, and you need a chronology, and you need to document if you can prove that she was married before she married you, you better be able to prove it, because you're going to need it at your interview.
Yes. What she did was that, unknown to me, 10 days after we got married, she now went and filed a divorce petition to divorce her original husband. In fact, it is on public record. I saw it on the public record.
So good. Do you have proof? Do you have it?
In fact, I have overwhelming evidences. Overwhelming.
Okay. Good. So just make sure you put it all together nice and clean and organized for the officer when you go to your interview, because this is going to be the number one issue at your interview.
Okay. Then the lie that she told, she told a lie that me, I'm aware. How can I be aware that you are married and I went ahead and married you? She was lying that.
Yeah.
She lied that to the family court.
Yeah.
She told that lie, but she didn't show up because she was afraid that she could be jailed.
Yeah.
Because it is 10 years in prison. The crime she committed, that is bigamy, which is 10 years in prison in the states where I am right now. It's 10 years in prison. So she couldn't come to the court. So it was the court appointed lawyer that called her on phone and asked her to show up, but she couldn't show up, and she was lying on phone. That means I'm aware that she's married. How can I be aware that you are married? Am I that dumb? How can I be aware that you are married and I go ahead and marry you? How?
Right.
She told that lie. And of which I was telling my lawyer that address this lie, that this girl is lying in court. Address this lie. How can I be aware? Who in his right senses will be aware that somebody is already married and go ahead and marry that person?
Right. and go get divorced 10 days later.
So all this is just running because that how does this affect my current case right now?
I mean, like I said, USCIS is going to try to make her out to be the star witness and you to be the liar, but you're going to have to prove it up. And if you can prove up everything you said, I think you're in good shape.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Good
John.
luck, buddy.
Thank you.
That's a screwy case, Daniel.
I like when callers come with like their pen and paper. They got all the questions ready for you.
What makes it easier?
Yep. All right. Raphael, waiting patiently. Hello, sir. How can we help you?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for doing this Q&A, guys. So I'm a Canadian citizen and have been living in the U.S. since 2007. I was on a TN visa for a while and then got married to a U.S. citizen in 2015 and switched to an H-1B. And I'm currently on an H-1B in Virginia. And my work contract will expire at the end of this month, and I will be leaving Virginia. And I have a couple job offers from different states, one in Maryland, one in Ohio. And the Ohio position is saying that a H-1B transfer will take up to 9 months. And the Maryland position is saying a H-1B transfer can be initiated immediately, and I'd be able to start in March or April. Meanwhile, because I'm married, I submitted my green card application last September, and I've completed the biometrics a couple weeks ago. And so my questions are, one, why is there a delay with the Ohio position in terms of transferring my H-1B for me to start there? Or are they just giving me a runaround because they also know that I have applied for my green card and they're waiting for me to get my employment authorization?
Well, do they know that?
They do know that.
So I don't think one of my favorite books is this book called The Four Agreements. Daniel, have you read that book, The Four Agreements? It's really good. It's just like a little Toltec spirituality book. I like it. And one of the four agreements that we're supposed to make with ourselves is that hold on, let me go get it. Hold on.
This might take a while. You see all those books back there. Anyway, Raphael, we can chat. What'd you have for lunch?
I'm having some leftovers from Italian leftovers.
Italian leftovers. All right.
All right. So I like the book so much that I got framed the four agreements. And one of them is don't make assumptions. And my sister invited my daughter over, her niece today, last night around 5 o'clock, and we hadn't responded by 9 this morning. And she was like, "Oh my God, you guys are mad at me. Why do you want Nora to come over?" And I was like, "No, dude, we're just busy. So don't make assumptions." So let's assume that they're acting in good faith. There's no such thing as an H-1B transfer. That's what people call it, but it's not really an H-1B transfer. Really what it is them filing a new H-1B, right? Okay. And they still have to go through all the same requirements. The only one is they don't have to go worry about counting against the cap because you've already gone through the lottery, right? So they still have to get the LCA. They still have to file the form I-129 with the government. They still have to do everything. Some companies and some employees are very conservative and some are very loosey-goosey, right? And some are in the middle. So the technical rule is that once you get the receipt notice back on the new I-129 that the employer files with USCIS, the rule is that as soon as they get their receipt notice back, you can start that next day. And if they pay for premium processing, that could be a matter of 2 weeks. And historically, employees have almost always gone ahead and started right when they get the receipt. But in the last years of the Obama administration, and then specifically during the Trump administration, there were so many stupid RFEs, stupid denials, and stupid just processing delays that employees especially, but also some employers, wanting to make sure that they didn't do anything to screw up your immigration status, started saying, well, let's not have Raphael or the Raphael type person start work until we get it approved. right? Because they didn't want you to be between two jobs, between two employers. They didn't want you to have to stress about it, right? So I don't think Ohio's trying to do you wrong. I actually think they're looking out for you. So what I've been telling lately is employees, it might be a good idea to wait until you get that approval notice back. If you're feeling a little lucky, if you're feeling pretty strong, if this employer seems legit and they've been through the H-1B process before and you really, really want to start, then so be it. But as far as, I mean, have you received your work authorization? You filed in September of 2020 or 2021?
2021, and
Okay.
did my biometrics in 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so you're still talking 6 months till you get your work card.
The employment authorization will take 6 months. Okay.
Used to take 6 weeks.
Now, if my contract ends at the end of this month, do I have to be concerned about, or can I just stay in the country while I wait for that employment authorization?
Are you on your first H-1B?
Yes.
Yeah. So the question is, I mean, and your H-1B ends at the end of the month, or just the contract ends at the end of the month?
The contract ends. The H-1B expires in July, but my
next
contract
year,
ends
of this year.
Yeah, of this year. My contract ends the end of this month, and the H-1B expires the end of July of this year.
And they're not going to extend your contract?
No.
So you're either going to Ohio company, or what's the other one? Virginia? Is that the other
Maryland.
one? Maryland. Okay. And so what's the question you have for me? I mean, like you could quit your H-1B job today, hang out, watch television all day, wait for your work card, and not do any work for 6 months or a year. And then when you get your work card or you get your green card, go to work. You're fine. As long as you have those things on file, the I-130, the 45, the work card, the travel doc, you're good.
Okay. That was my question, I guess. And if you know, what are the current wait times for when I will get those? You said that's about 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that's all my questions then.
All right. Good luck, Raphael.
Thanks, Raphael.
That was a fun call.
Yeah.
You had a lot of good questions.
I like when you talk about H-1B stuff because it's so confusing. Helps illuminate a little bit.
Well, that's interesting that you mentioned that, Daniel. That's a perfect segue because I'm finishing up our 2022 Employer's Guide to the H-1B process. So I just did a new video today because they've redone the lottery system. I redid a video today, and then I'm going to take that text and put it into the book, and then we'll be good to go.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
Hey,
welcome to
Mr.
the
Atkins.
show.
Hi. Happy New Year's, everyone. I'm a Jamaican. I came here on a H-2B or H-1B, one of those things, and I'm married to a U.S. citizen. So I'm adjusting my status. So I'm into the process like 6 months. I got one RFE already. I reply to it as quickly as possible. So the other day is I did my biometric, was the 3rd, was yesterday. So I was trying to figure out how long does the wait time after receiving, like they say the case is being review or something. So how long does that take for me to get my EAD or my green card?
So what was the RFE for?
The RFE was for like an expired form that I sent, so I had to change it to a newer form, a more later version or something. So I replied to it, and they say they got it and everything. They replied to me on my online account, say they got it and they're reviewing it. But I'm just waiting to see how long it takes to get my EAD or something.
What was the original filing date?
August the 18th. My priority date was the 27th of August, 2021.
And then when did you receive the request for evidence, and how long did it take you to reply?
I received the request for evidence the 1st of December, and it took me like 9 days to reply.
And then you had your biometrics right after that?
Yes, sir. The 3rd of January, yesterday.
You're probably 6 months, just like that fellow I just had on.
Oh, so 6 months from now, maybe I'll get a reply saying Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Markland. Good luck, buddy.
Okay, bye.
All right, Jim. How you feeling?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great. Great. Let's see. All right. Oh, this gentleman's had his video on and off, but hey, Kojo, got your video on. Happy for that.
Hi, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Sorry guys, it's a little dark in. I was just having my dinner and waiting for.
I thought you were in a nightclub. It was all purple.
Yeah, it's all purple.
No. Just came back from work and I'm having my dinner. Well, I'm calling from Ghana, and I just have a few questions, please. My dad is a U.S. citizen, and he filed for my sister and I on the 16th of December 2016. So we got approved by the USCIS on November 2020. So it's in the category of an unmarried son of a US citizen. I received a welcome letter from NVC on the 8th of December 2020. Now, I don't really know what is, after I see the welcome letter, it states, it had my invoice number, the CEAC account, and I received this letter last year. Last 2 years. That was 2020, yes. So I log onto the account. Ideally, my dad keeps calling from the US that I'm supposed to pay visa fee. I'm supposed to gather my documents, get police certification and everything. But I keep telling him, anytime I log onto the account, it's like it's inactive. And then the summary says there's numerical limits on a visa, so this application cannot continue further processing. And it's like it's almost a year and a half now. I don't know how to approach it. I don't know how long I need to wait, and also I don't know if I'm supposed to get the visa fee paid and all that. So it's a little dilemma for me. So I need your help.
Yep, sure, no problem.
What to do?
So let's see here.
Visa bulletin time, Jim?
Yeah. So yeah, that's why you're having trouble. Okay, so let me share my screen. So Kojo, do you know about the visa bulletin?
Yes, I know about the visa bulletin, and I knew my visa category is F1.
Yep.
If I could be wrong, I'm not sure.
No, you're right. F1. So can you see there where it says F1?
F1.
So right now,
yes, I can see.
Right now, they're working on cases with a priority date of December 1st, 2014. See that there?
Yes, I've seen it.
So every month this comes out, and you can check it every.
Yes, I can.
You can check it every month. So your priority date is December 16th, 2016. So you're just about 2 years away from being able to process.
Okay.
So that number you should check every month, and that number should move forward. It could move backwards, but generally it moves forward. And so you're probably in this time in 2024, you should be then you can pay your fees. You can't do anything until then.
Okay. Until then. Okay. It's okay. Because I think in Ghana there's been from the COVID, there's a huge backlog. And
this isn't about that. You're right, that's true, but this isn't about that. This is just so here, let me scroll up a little bit. I can show you. So
okay.
So see there where it says the Congress has allotted the number of visas available for each category. So all this means, Kojo, is that there are what this is saying is there are like 45,000 people ahead of you in line, 2 years worth of people in line ahead of you. It's not about Ghana at all. It's just that that they haven't reached your number yet.
Okay. So this gives me a lot of clarity because my dad keeps asking, he's old now, so he thinks I am not doing something right.
have him watch the recording and tell Dad that we're good to go.
Yes, please. I'll do that. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye, Kojo.
Thanks,
Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye. That was fun.
That was fun. All right. Hopefully his dad will be happy with that answer.
And hopefully he'll believe him.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got time for one more, DA.
All right. Christopher, welcome to the show. You're our last caller of the day.
Good evening. Thank you. How are you? Happy New
Hey,
Year.
Christopher. Happy New Year
Great.
to you.
Thank you.
Hey, Jim, you remember me and you spoke the other day in December about the work permit, right?
I remember your face.
Yeah. I got my work permit.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes.
That's great. Are we going out to dinner now?
Yes, sir.
That's great.
So next question, Jim. Like when you think I will get that interview date? I'm living in New York.
What's your priority date? When did you file?
I'll file in 2020.
Like when in 2020?
Oh well, I don't exactly remember the date though.
I would say in New York, it's probably about 18 to 24 months for an interview.
Okay. On the date I got, on the date on my case status, it is 300 days now.
How many?
300. Okay, the date I filed February. It's the last update on the I-30 was February 26, 2021.
That was when you filed? You filed in February of 2020?
That was the last approved date. So it's 312 days now since the last update.
But when did you file? That's what I want to know.
All right, give me a minute, Jim. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think we can talk to Jubilee after this one, Daniel.
Okay, cool. All right, Jubilee, hope you're listening. You'll be next. We have time. He gave us a big thumbs up. He's ready.
If Christopher comes back.
I feel like we got stood up. He's like, I'm out of here.
Hey, you didn't say anything about when I put the Jet score on there.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
You said it's like ESPN, right?
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm here, Jim. I'm sorry about that.
You're fine, buddy.
Yes, so the it said
Upper left-hand corner.
the notice is, this is the notice date.
Perfect.
The notice date is set the 10th, 7th of the 10th, 2021.
What is it?
This is the 79C7 notice of action date.
Yeah, what's the date?
This is the 7th of the 10th of the 7th, 2021.
No, that's not right.
No.
That's a notice of your EAD. Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it.
Christopher, just add 18 to 24 months from the date that it was received. But let's bounce. We'll
All right, Christopher.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Bye, buddy.
Hey, Christopher.
See ya.
All right. Hopefully, he watches the recording and sees.
He's
all right. Jubilee, thanks for your patience.
Hey guys, I really appreciate you taking the call. Really,
Hi,
thank you.
Jubilee.
Well, how you doing today?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Great.
Great. I have a quick question. So I actually have an I-485 in process, and I've received a notification for my interview on the 20th of January. And so sometime last year, I received a notification for the I-693 deficiency. So I obviously took that as a notice to go ahead and get my medical exam done. And I got assigned by the civil surgeon before, the new recommendation that they had on the 1st of October. So it's been sitting with me since then. But then now I have the interview coming up, this month. And I was wondering if I have to go ahead and try to redo that medical exam. I know that the ESCI stipulates that it actually is valid for 2 years, but I'm really just trying to understand exactly how to approach these.
I think you're okay. I wouldn't spend the money on doing it again before the interview. If for whatever reason they don't want to accept it, they'll give you 3 months to file another one. So I wouldn't spend the money on another one. I would just wait and see what happens.
Okay, got it. And I know there was actually some, I think the information had it with the COVID vaccine and all that. The version I have actually does not include that. So you're saying that given the fact that it's been
that I don't know, that I'm not sure about. I can find out, Jubilee, and I can tell everybody tomorrow on the show. I don't know the answer to that, but I'll ask the team here and see what they say.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. The other question I have is around, obviously, evidence to show, obviously, like pictures and things like that. Is there a number, photos that you normally will encourage your clients to actually take into the interviews, or?
The more is better. And here, if you go to this link that I just put on the screen, that'll take you to our list. You can download all of our marriage evidence list, the list we give everybody of good ideas on how to get your evidence together.
Okay.
Yeah, the more the better, like not just 2 months worth, but like 6 months worth, the more you want it to be good quality and good quantity.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Well, those are the questions I have. Thanks so much.
Okay,
And I'll
good luck.
to the video you said you put out there as well.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye, Jubilee. See you, buddy. All right, Daniel, that'll do it for today's show. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Daniel.
See you, Jim.